I lasted just 2 months at my first ever real job, and I literally mean that. Just 2 months. That's such a funny situation when I think of it. But it wasn't in the cute, I know that I deserve better kind of way. It was in the kind of way my body told me it has had enough and it needed to rest. I had hives, like literal hives on my skin. I was itching like a mad person. Nobody prepared me for what working a 9 to 5 actually entailed. And to be honest, I don't think there's anything that actually prepares you for that. So today we're having that conversation I wish somebody actually had with me. What actually happens when you enter the 9 to 5 world for the first time? And how do you actually scale that moment without losing your mind or your literal skin? Hello all and welcome back to our little corner of the internet. And if you're new here, hi love, I'm Aya, and this is your safe space on the internet to have honest conversations about love, life, career, and everything in between. The kind of things your girls don't want to say out loud. So if you know that's the vibe you're looking for and that's something that you love, do hurry up and hit that subscribe button down below, and let's get right into our yummy video of the day. Now today's video, I've actually not seen a lot of videos about it, and it actually baffles me because this is a phase literally every woman who steps into the 9 to 5 space for the first time will actually go through, and there's not much representation for it. So I'll be giving you 3 ways to actually survive your first ever real job, and you want to stay to the end because that last bonus tip is going to give you the clarity you didn't even know you were looking for. So let's get right into it. So let me set the scene for you, right? You just graduated from the university, got a great score, perfect, beautiful. And what's next? To get a job, obviously. So you sent out applications, you were called in for an interview, you aced the interview, and you were offered the job. Congratulations to you. Now it's your first day at your first ever real job. You walk in, you sit at your desk, you look around, and then you realize that every single person around you has been here longer than you. They know things that you don't know, and somehow they already seem comfortable in this situation that is very unfamiliar to you. That can be quite daunting and a terrifying experience. So you try to relax, you try to mingle, but then you say something awkward and you feel like the ground should just open up and swallow you whole. And then you receive your first query from HR. Your mind skips. You are scared. Is this it? Are they going to fire me? Is this the end? Breathe. I promise you that this is actually a normal thing, although it might not seem so at that moment. Every single person around you has once been a newbie, has once been, in the popular term, a JJC, and they had come to grow in that role. They just don't talk about their experiences, and this is where I come in because I'm your bestie here on the internet, so who else if not me? So now here are 3 ways to survive your first ever 9 to 5. The first keynote is to master the art of documentation. Documentation has started saving lives since Jesus came to this earth, and it has continued, and it will continue saving lives. Those first few weeks at a new job are basically like the first few weeks starting university, except here nobody actually tells you there's a test going on. Informations keep coming at you from every direction. Systems, processes, logins, passwords, everything. The worst thing you can assume while working in your first role is to think that you will remember it all, because you will not. Trust me, I have been there, I have done that. It ended so badly. So this is what we're going to do here. You're going to get yourself a dedicated notebook or your favorite journaling notes on your phone or your device, and you will write everything down. When I mean everything down to the direction to go to the bathroom. Yes, that's how serious I mean. You're going to write every little detail down. Every morning at the start of your work day, you create a task from most urgent, most important to the least urgent and least important. There's a difference between urgent tasks and important tasks, and the earlier you can differentiate between these two, the much easier your work day is going to be. Finally, in this point, this is something I wish I started earlier on, which is keep a running document of your wins. If you receive a compliment from your manager, if you do something right, if you solve a problem, write it down, because during your performance review, these documents are going to come in so handy. The second point will be to set boundaries before you even think they are important. You have to set boundaries from the very first day you start work, because it's going to be much harder to pull back when you have already given a lot to your workplace. Leave your work at the close of work. If your close of work hours are 5 p.m., leave 5 p.m. sharp, except you are going to be paid for working overtime, and if not, you are not obligated to stay there past your work time, past your work hours. And when you leave for the day, actually leave for the day, full stop. I mean, silence all work emails, silence all work notifications. I promise you those emails are going to be there by morning when you resume. They are not going anywhere. So let your home time be your home time. Let your work time be your work time. Take your lunch break away from your actual work desk. Go out, feel the sun, inhale some fresh air. That is actually what your body needs to survive a very, very hectic work day. I promise you. That version of you rested and boundaried will always outperform the version of you that tries to do everything while running empty. All this while you keep trying to impress people that even go home by 5 p.m. So what is the hassle for? And on this note, I want you all to drop a comment about the most shocking thing at your first ever 9 to 5. I want all the tea because I love gist. I'll be in the comments reading each and every one of them. Now, the third point on the list is to ask questions like your job depends on it, because to be honest, it actually does. See, I know it may feel embarrassing to not know a lot of things. It may feel embarrassing to be the newbie in the room that needs to be shown around. But the last thing you want to do is to look inexperienced in front of people you are going to be working with for a long time. The thing is, right, your colleagues know you are new. They know that you're new to the system, you are new to the processes. You might even actually be new to the job role. But they don't expect anything more from you. What they just expect for you is to learn. They expect you to come ready to learn, willing to learn. They expect you to be able to take corrections and to ask meaningful questions. That is what your colleagues expect from you at the start of your work. Working in silence doesn't make you look competent. It just makes it take much longer for you to actually get to your destination, when it was something you would have just easily asked for help and gotten it fixed ASAP. So ask for training materials, ask for recordings, ask for documents, whatever it is that you feel like will help you get through your onboarding process. Ask a colleague, ask a manager, don't ask HR. HR is for the company and not for you. But yeah, ask questions. Nobody's going to penalize you for asking the right questions. Also, build genuine relationship with your colleagues, and not just one because of office politics. This is because these people are actually going to be working right beside you on very hard days. You do not want to bring unnecessary enemies into your corner. I'm going to close this point with this saying: the smartest person in the room isn't one who gets the answer right every single time. It's the person who actually knows the way to get these answers every single time. You might not know everything, but the fact that you know a way you can use to get the answer you are looking for, you are already a very smart person. And now for our bonus tip, because I love you girls so much. Drum roll, please. Protect your body like it's your most valuable work asset, because it is. You see, the shift from student lifestyle to a 9 to 5 work life can bring genuine shock to your system. And if you are not resting adequately, your body will find ways to tell you that it has had enough. For me, it was the hives, the serious itchiness, the constant headaches. Don't wait till you find out what yours will be. It's very easy here for your sleep schedule to change, your eating habits to change. Your daily routine is going to turn around. Get consistent sleep. I cannot overemphasize on this enough. Pick a bedtime and stick with it every single time, because showing up exhausted every day to work is bound to fast track burnout. Also, try not to skip breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. And during the day, eat properly. Take your lunch breaks. Use it. Eat good food. You can get snacks that will hold you in between lunch breaks. And trust me, a good snack can literally save your mood. And please, find a way to move your body every day after work. Even a 20 minutes brisk walk is sure to do the trick, especially if you sit at a desk all day, every day. This actually does something for your mental health that I cannot explain. Take care of yourself first, and every other thing will follow. Okay, so that was a lot. That was a whole lot to unpack, and finally we have come to the end of this amazing video. But if there's one thing I want you to take away from today's video, is to take it one day at a time. Genuinely, don't spend your time projecting into the future that you don't even know what's going to happen. Focus on today, focus on the now, show up for your present self. And if the work environment turns out to be toxic, I don't mean uncomfortable, I mean genuinely toxic, plan your exit strategically, quietly, purposefully, and without burning bridges. Your peace is worth more to you than anything any job title can offer. Okay, love, this is the end of this amazing video. If you learned or picked up one or two from this video, please tell us in the comment section what it is, what you will be implementing. And also, I would like to ask for a special request. If you were a veteran in this 9 to 5 brouhaha, please can you give us tales for days? I told you I love gist. I loved, and one of these days I'm going to have a sip and gist session with me, but that will be on a whole other video that will come and make this request. So let's just focus on this video. Tell me in the comment section, what was the craziest thing that's ever happened in your 9 to 5 work? It could be at the early days of your career, it could be subsequent days or subsequent years, months, weeks, anything. We are curious to know. Well, personally, I am curious. I don't know about everybody in here, but I know everybody here loves gist because I love gist. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next on this channel. Like, comment, and share this video so the algorithm knows to put it to the For You pages of my babes, of my girlies, of my loves. Sorry. I'm just goofy like that sometimes. But yeah, like, comment, share so the algorithm knows to push this to the right audience. And with that being said, I'll sign out from this video. I'll see you next week, loves. Bye.